Well, Sharon and I are off on our road trip. We did over nearly 800 kilometres, so it was really hard to try to cram all that into a short video. We're just crossing the Batman Bridge. We decided to pick up the camera there. We'd already stopped at Exeter for our morning tea. We're just going through the countryside here. We finally find our first destination, which is Lower Head. Trying to find somewhere to stay because we didn't book anywhere. We just thought we'd go and see what we could find and where we could find. And this is Lower Head Beach, which is pretty popular. We did get to the caravan park and they had one booking left, so we squished in there. It was so nice. The kids got to meet up with some of their friends. We didn't know they were going to be there, but Tilly, Mac and Archie were there and they had a get together and a say hello. A bit of a play later on in the evening. It was nice. And then on to explore the beach. The sand was so hot. We had to get up that hill as fast as we could so it didn't burn their little feet. And then we come down and look at this gorgeous beach. It was totally packed. It was like a resort beach. They had cooled off their feet in the water and the waves weren't too big, but big enough to have it cool down in a splash. Charlie wasn't sure about the waves there and Sharon's going in to cool her feet down too. It was just lovely, just really, really nice. Here I am walking with the kids along the beach at the quieter end. It was getting on in the day. And at our camp, our infamous tea, I put these chicken parcels straight on the rack thinking they'd be fine, but no, they slid straight through. I put a tray under to catch them, which worked out okay.
Oh my God, that didn't work.
We thought it was hilarious.
You know it's okay.
Such a sight to see when we opened the door up. But they all seemed to kind of get back together, and it wasn't pretty, but it was eatable. It was beautiful. And we went after for our evening walk, and that was just glorious. We looked at some of the touristy spots, including the lighthouse. And then in the morning, back on the road, a little bit drizzly, but that didn't matter. It wasn't cold. Back through Georgetown. On our way out, we had to come through there on the way in as well. Just couldn't fit so much video into this little short one. And then on to Bridport for a bit of lunch. Bridport's another little seaside. All these are just seaside towns. Not very big, but very nice. Very popular, especially this time of the year. We went into the caravan park and checked it out, and it was a nice park, full as we expected it would be, but we weren't going to stay there. We had a coffee downtown and had a bit of a look around, stopped near the beach to make some lunch. That was really nice, made some toasties, and off we went. We went through Gladstone, and we thought we'd call in to see Tomahawk Seas. We were down that way, neither of us had been there before. Another little touristy spot, beautiful beaches, the start of the white beaches. And this is just a caravan, not a caravan park, a car park. And yeah, the beaches just went for miles. Just lovely. Would have been a nice place to stay if we'd planned to go there. The caravan park looked quite nice and came right down to the beach. Then off we went. I think we went through Gladstone. I couldn't find the video of that one. And then on to gravel road. I didn't know we had so much gravel road in Tasmania. I think we did 30 odd k's before we went to our next destination, which was Anson's Bay. Beautiful spot, beautiful little spot. Lots of shacks, and I didn't realise they were so close together. I had no idea. It wasn't like I thought in my mind. We went to visit some friends, but we couldn't find them because the internet was not good at all. But we did find them the next morning and said a quick hello. Here's one of the roads along where all these shacks are. The road did go the other way as well with more shacks. But yeah, it was a shock to see how close they were to the road and how close they were to each other. But a very popular spot again, especially this time of the year. Apparently the internet was slow because so many people were there using it. We were contemplating sneaking into this boat ramp car park to spend the night, and we thought we might get a knock on the door, so we had a look around and tried to get our bearings, and I thought, no, the caravan, not caravan park, but the camping ground was on the other side of that bay somewhere. So we decided to back out of that one and just have a look down a little road off the boat ramp car park. And we probably could have got away with sneaking into that spot, but we decided against it. We found this causeway on the way to Policeman's Point, which is our next destination. Lots of people swimming with their dogs and swimming with their kids. It was lovely. Thought about staying there. Then more gravel road. That surprises me, all this gravel road. Then down to Policeman's Point, which was absolutely stunning down there. The park there or the campground there was full. But we did manage to get a spot, not one of the seafront spots, but it was all right. But look at this beach and all this water, absolutely beautiful. Just white sand, and this is the start of all that white sand and the beautiful water all down the east coast there. And we got our little spot, had a lovely evening, went for another evening, like an evening walk, and then a beach walk the next morning and checked it all out. It's just lovely. Let the kids let loose and let them have a bit of a run and a swim. Sharon went for a little walk up the other side of the beach there, and they just absolutely had a ball. They just loved it, loved the water. Look how clear it is. Just clear, straight to the bottom. No pollution, no muck or anything, just beautiful. And the kids couldn't get enough of it. Look at them go. They were loving it. And then just white sand, blue sky, beautiful water all the way. The heads were a bit rough going out through there, but just look at that. Sharon's and the dogs are checking out up there. And this is low tide the next morning. It was really low. And then, guess what? Leaving, we're back on the gravel road again. I think we've got another 40 something kilometres on just gravel road. The only gravel or the only bitumen was over where the culverts were in the roads. The rest of it's just gravel, a little bit corrugated in places, a little bit rough, but I guess it wasn't too bad. Tested the parole van out, vibrated everything into place. Yeah, we had to get out and shut the cupboard doors a few times. Well, poor Sharon did. She had to go through the back. Yeah, but yeah, that's only a bit of bitumens when we come to a place like that where there was a culvert or a bit of a creek underneath. And then came to just up above St Helens, which I thought we were going to come out at the top of the Bay of Fires, but we came out just above St Helens. We went into St Helens and had a shower, and not that poor old Sharon had a great experience there with the showers. And then we had afternoon tea, a bit of cake and a coffee. It was lovely. We went then to check out Dinalong Bay. We went down to the boat ramp there. We got a few strange looks for driving down there. I thought, oh well, we can have a look. And yeah, just gorgeous. Nowhere to camp there though. So, but we checked it out while we were there, as you do. And then there's some sort of touristy boat there. Lots of little fishing boats or toy boats. Then we checked out this spot. We checked out a few spots along the way up the Bay of Fires, but yeah, they were all full. We did think about squishing into a place there where you'd be sitting opposite someone. We thought that might be a bit awkward, so we just checked it out and couldn't find anywhere. We tried, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen. It was too full. So we went back to our go-to place, which is Moulton Bay, just above St Helens. And that's a nice spot, especially now they've got brand new toilets there. It's a big improvement on the place. Quiet and peaceful, and you can always get a spot there. It was busier than I'd seen it in the past, but yeah, still plenty of room. This is where a boat ramp, the water's not real deep here, and it is a bit murky. I actually went to walk in and got my foot stuck, and as I pulled it out I started falling backwards, and Sharon grabbed me by the head, both sides of her hand, both hands on the sides of my head to stop me from falling. It was hilarious. Oh, there, just over where she's standing there, that's where I put my foot in. And then here we are, our besties at our camp. Look at her, isn't she gorgeous? and Bella, beautiful Bella and Charlie. And we had the fridge up, so everything in the fridge got a bit frozen, but they were still okay. There we are. And all snug. We thought we were snug till we got up and found the keys in the door. Not so safe after all. And then off we go, leaving St Helens, up St Mary's Pass and up round all the windy bits. And it's always a beautiful drive. I didn't know how the van would go, but it went up those hills really, really well. I was really happy with it. And it's not too bad on fuel either. So that's a bonus. Yeah, could have stayed at St Helens for a bit longer or down these coasts. Now we just go back through all the little towns, St Mary's, Fingal, Avoca, all the little towns along the way there. Pity we couldn't have more of the roads in the video, but it would just make the video too long. It's just hard to cram it all in. But yeah, these little places are all very nice. We didn't bother to stop for a coffee here. We thought we'd go on to our next destination, which is Campbelltown. And it's a beautiful spot there at Campbelltown, right beside the river. So we're nearly there. Going into Campbelltown now. It's a pretty historical place with big wide streets, and it's always popular there. Most times of the year it's always people stopping over. Headed down to the park there after a pit stop, and pulled in and managed to get a place between a couple of caravans with more mature people, and they were sitting out enjoying the afternoon. And when we get there, they all packed up and went inside, especially when the dogs come bounding out of the van barking at the mum duck with the baby ducks. Oh dear. Oh well, but we kept the dogs pretty quiet. The kids were pretty good down there, except when the ducks came round. Beautiful spot by the river, just lovely, just a nice quiet spot. You know, this sort of trip where you just do things when you feel like it, you pack up when you feel like it, you move on when you feel like it, you eat when you feel like it. There's no set times for anything. You walk. We had lots and lots of little walks, and the kids just loved it. There she is. Oh, we'd lost the Aerogard. And we'd been in and out that fridge for 2 days, and there it was in the fridge. I went and met the locals. It's just a lovely, quiet, peaceful spot there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then off we go the next day, and we decide to go to Longford for a coffee. Longford's always a nice place to call into. It's a nice place. They do have a nice caravan park down by the river. Been there before. So we went into Longford, we grabbed a coffee and a cake, and then off again. Sharon has a nap on the way home, and that top corner where the black is, that's our route where the black line is. And thanks, Sharon, for such a beautiful, beautiful trip. It was really, really awesome.